All right, listen up, fam. This high school is basically a training camp for future criminals. We're talking sleeping in class, brawling in the hallways, even the teachers are too scared to step in. Isn't this place a total nightmare for studying? But get a load of our boy. He looks like a total nerd with those glasses, but he's actually a top-tier fighter who settles arguments with his fists. And his ultimate goal for being here? To get into college. So here's our boy, Gammon, trying his best to hit the books in this chaotic classroom. But of course, nobody gives a damn. The cold shoulder is real. But then, a familiar face pops up in the hallway. It's his tutor, Hankyong Lee. Look at that surprised face. He was not expecting to see her here. And we get a little flashback. Turns out, Hankyong was his private tutor. Look at them, working through math problems. She's super encouraging, and our boy is actually getting it. She saw the potential in him from the start. Fast forward 2 years, and her encouragement has clearly paid off. But back in the present, reality hits hard. The problem wasn't just the difficult subjects. It was the school itself. He's trying to focus, but this place is a zoo. And just like that, a fight breaks out, and our boy gets dragged right into it. Slam. Wham. This is how he ended up in a technical high school with the worst reputation imaginable. So what's his game plan in this viper's nest? Simple. He has a brilliant, if not risky, idea. Since none of these delinquents care about grades, he can easily shoot to the top of the rankings and get into a university through special admission. All he has to do is survive. And that's when the light bulb goes off. He'll create a study group. But this school is a literal war zone. You can get jumped at any moment. As he's figuring out how to just blend in and survive, the new homeroom teacher is introduced. Our boy looks up and freezes. The new Ms. Lee is none other than his old tutor, Hankyong. What are the odds? Gammon's mind drifts back again. He remembers her asking about his dream, and he shyly answers college. And her dream? To become a teacher who helps kids grow in the right direction. Little did she know she'd end up at the final boss level of all high schools to make that dream come true. And just as you'd expect, her first day is a total disaster. These punks have zero respect for her. Morning meeting? Not happening. Someone actually chucks a water bottle right at her head. Wham! These kids are completely out of control. Meanwhile, in another corner of the classroom, things are even crazier. They're literally throwing a guy out of a second-story window, and the other students? They're not stopping it. They're placing bets on how many fights he'll get into this month. This isn't a school, it's a gladiator arena. Just when a full-blown brawl is about to erupt, the local enforcer, Tom Kench, shows up and everyone scatters. But instead of helping, he blames the new teacher for not controlling her class and makes her clean up the broken glass. Talk about a warm welcome. So she's left to clean up the mess all by herself. And, of course, she cuts her hand on the sharp glass. Ouch! You could just see the shock and pain on her face. This poor woman. Let's just rewind a bit to fully appreciate this moment. Yes, his former private tutor is now his homeroom teacher. The shock on Gammon's face is priceless. You can practically hear him thinking, "You've got to be kidding me." And you can't blame him for being shocked. After all, 2 years ago, she was the only one who believed in him. His memories are filled with her patient tutoring and constant encouragement. She's the reason he hasn't given up. But back to the harsh reality of Yusung High, where brawling is just another Tuesday. He just wants to study, but trouble always finds him. Look at the crowd's reaction. Some are angry, but others are cheering. Wow, what a player. What a twisted place. Despite the madness, our boy's resolve only gets stronger. He sees the chaos not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity. His master plan to create a study group and conquer this school from the inside is taking shape. And, right on cue, the principal introduces the new homeroom teacher. The moment of truth arrives. Gammon looks up, and who does he see? None other than Ms. Lee, his tutor Hankyong. The look on his face says it all. He's once again reminded of her dream, to be a teacher who guides kids onto the right path. He probably never imagined she'd choose to start her career on nightmare difficulty mode to achieve it. A new teacher ready to make her mark? Not a chance. On her very first day, Hankyong gets a water bottle smashed against her head. The disrespect from these students is off the charts. What a brutal welcome. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The daily routine in this classroom is so insane, they throw students out of windows for fun. They're even placing bets on it. This school is a lost cause. The school's big shot steps in to break up the fight, only to pin all the blame on the innocent new teacher, forcing her to clean up their mess. Talk about workplace harassment. Poor Hankyong can't catch a break. While cleaning, she cuts her hand on the broken glass. Ouch. But just then, a hand reaches out, offering a band-aid. It's our boy, Gammon. A small moment of kindness in this hellhole. He's her only ally here. Gammon confronts her, unable to believe she'd willingly come here. But Han Kyung explains it was a strategic choice to get her certificate since no one else wanted the job. She genuinely believes she can help these kids. You gotta admire her naive optimism. Her first mission, stop the smokers. She walks right up to them, giving a heartfelt speech about health. But these kids just look at her like she's from another planet. They literally have school-provided ashtrays. Mission failed, but she doesn't back down. She stamps out a cigarette to make a point, and the punk's reaction is to straight up slap her across the face. Whack. He just assaulted a teacher, and the other students are just watching, some even mocking her. And now the whole pack closes in on her, like sharks smelling blood. They mock her, calling her a mere contract teacher who needs to be taught a lesson. You can see the fear in her eyes. She's completely alone and cornered. In this desperate moment, her own words flash back to her. Her dream of helping kids choose the right path. The contrast between her noble goal and this ugly reality is heartbreaking. All her hope is crumbling. But just when all hope seems lost, a voice cuts through. It's our boy, Gammon. He casually walks up, asks someone to hold his jacket, and then BAM. He effortlessly dodges a kick and sends the attacker flying. The hero has arrived. Look at the fury in his eyes. He's not the nerdy kid anymore. And someone in the crowd spots a book in his bag. Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. Oh, so that's his style. Our boy isn't just a brawler. He's a martial artist. The game has officially changed. The main bully is shook. Crash. Gammon sends another one flying. The orange-haired punk tries to act tough, shouting, "Bring it on." But our boy just looks at him like, "You must be out of your mind." And it's over just like that. Whack. A final kick sends the leader to the ground, foaming at the mouth. His crew tucks tail and runs, shouting empty threats. Gammon just stands there, brushing himself off. Absolute domination. With the trash taken out, Gammon turns his attention back to Han Kyung. She's still on the ground, completely stunned. He walks up to her, not to be praised, but to tell her, "You quit tutoring me, but you're not quitting this job." He needs her to stay. The other delinquents are already plotting how to get rid of her, but they don't know who they're dealing with now. Gammon extends his hand to his shocked teacher. This isn't just him helping her up. This is the official formation of the study group. Let the games begin.